Do you believe in ghosts? If so, then the story I'm about to tell you is one you won't want to miss. In the misty hills of UTI in India, there stands a grand old hotel called Fern Hill. During the day, it looks like a beautiful colonial-era building surrounded by lush greenery, perfect for a nice cup of tea and some quiet reflection. But by night, it turns sinister, with shadows stretching long and eerie and locals whispering tales of ghostly encounters. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead is said to be at its thinnest, where the past refuses to stay buried and the spirits of the departed come back to finish their unfinished business. Many have tried to ignore these stories, but once they step foot inside, they realize that the truth is often scarier than fiction. Rahul Kapoor, a renowned Bollywood actor known for his larger-than-life personality and disbelief in all things paranormal, checked into room 123. Now, this room had a reputation among the staff. It was said to be haunted and was rarely booked, but Rahul, ever the skeptic, saw it as a chance to prove once and for all that ghosts were nothing but figments of our imagination. The first night passed without incident. No strange sounds, no sudden cold spots, no unexpected presences lurking in the shadows. But as the second night deepened, the silence was shattered. In the dead of night, Rahul was awoken by what sounded like heavy footsteps pacing back and forth directly above his room. At first, he dismissed it as someone else in the hotel, perhaps an insomniac or a nocturnal guest. But when he picked up the phone to call reception, the manager's response sent a shiver down his spine. "Sir, there is no floor above your room," he said, his voice tight with what sounded like fear. Rahul sat up in bed, his heart pounding. The footsteps continued, growing louder, more insistent. It was as if whoever was up there was agitated, angry even. Then came a dragging sound, as if something heavy was being moved across the floor. Rahul lay in bed, his eyes wide open, listening intently. The next morning, he asked the hotel maintenance team to check the roof above his room. They found it empty, covered in dust and debris, with no furniture, yet the footprints were clearly visible on the floor. Rahul decided to stay another night, determined to find a rational explanation for what he had experienced. He set up his camcorder, hoping to capture any movement. At 3:10 a.m., the camera panned to the door handle of his room, which began to turn slowly on its own. Then he started hearing whispering voices in an unknown language. Rahul couldn't understand the words, but the tone sent a chill down his spine. It was guttural, harsh, and seemed filled with malice. He couldn't take it anymore. He got up, his hands shaking, and shouted, "Who's there?" But his voice echoed in the room and no answer came. Suddenly, a woman's voice, soft yet clear, whispered in what sounded like his ear, "Get out before they come." The air grew freezing cold and Rahul's breath formed a white cloud in the air. He stumbled back, knocking over a chair. He could feel eyes boring into him, and the whispers grew louder, more insistent. Looking back at the camcorder screen, he saw the reflection of a smiling face behind him. His lips were still. He turned slowly, but there was no one behind him. Panic surged through him and he fled the room, making a mad dash for the safety of the lobby. The night manager was standing there as if expecting him. Without a word, he handed Rahul a different key card and said, "You're lucky. Some don't get warned." As the sun rose, casting its golden glow over the hills of UTI, Rahul stepped out of the Fern Hill Hotel, shaken but relieved to be out. Behind him, the hotel stood silent, its secrets locked away once more. The experience left him questioning everything he had ever believed in. The scoffs and jokes he had used to utter about ghosts and the supernatural now rang hollow in his ears. Today, parts of Fern Hill remain closed off to guests, a silent testament to the unsettling events that have unfolded within its walls. The question remains, are these stories nothing but spooky tales spun to attract thrill-seekers, or is there something more, something sinister lurking beneath the surface of the Fern Hill Hotel? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, a blend of fact and fiction that makes the Fern Hill Hotel one of the most haunted places in UAE.